Rama Rama, Namaste. Welcome you all to session 10 of Samskritasri Pathamala 1. Today we'll be seeing sentences with Samyuktaksharas from lesson 7. Let us begin with Mangala Shlokaha. Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatika Kritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Saraswati Namastestu Veena Pustakadharini Hamsavahana Marudhe Vidyadanam Kurushvame. So let us quickly revise what we have done so far. First, we saw the alphabets, that is the Devanagari script with its 5 components. The Swaras, the Vyanjanas, the Ayogavahas, Gunitaksharas and Samyuktaksharas. I hope you are now thorough with the Devanagari script. Then we started seeing some simple words in Sanskritam. Especially we started seeing the nouns. The nouns are of 3 genders and 3 numbers. The genders are Pullingam, Strilingam and Napumsakalingam, and the numbers are Ekavachanam, Vivachanam and Bahuvachanam. For now we are only seeing words in the singular number, that is Ekavachana words. We also saw some pronouns, 3 pronouns which are also demonstrative in nature. They are etat, idam and tat. Etat and idam mean this and tat means that. So after that we saw the question pronoun kim. Etat, idam and tat have forms in all the 3 genders, Pullingam, Strilingam and Napumsakalingam. They are etat has esha, esha, etat. Idam has ayam, iyam and idam, and tad has saha, sa and tat. The question pronoun has 3 forms and 3 genders, which are kaha, ka and kim. So next we saw how to combine these pronouns with the nouns, and we've been seeing a lot of new words. So we'll continue to do that, but this time in today's class we'll be seeing words which have Samyuktaksharas. What are Samyuktaksharas? Those consonants which appear next to each other without intervening vowels are called Samyuktaksharas. Combinations of consonants is what we're going to see today. But first, let us check the homework of last class. If anybody wants to read out your answers, please raise your hand. Samyukta, can you answer today? You've not raised your hand, but since I was not able to call you in the last class, yes. Yeah, the first one is, can you, I think you're muted. You're self-muted, Samyukta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The first one is Devalokaha.
Ma'am, I have to. Ma'am, could you say what after? I just forgot.
You have to make a small sentence with this word, and you make the sentence with the help of a pronoun, any pronoun that you have learned so far.
Okay, ma'am. Yesha Devalokaha.
Very good. So what does that mean?
This is Devaloka or that is Devaloka.
Eshaha is this. I have given saha. Saha means that. Eshaha is this. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Next one is Gauri.
Gauri. Sa Gauri. That is Gauri.
Very good. She is Gauri. That is Gauri means she is at a distance. She is not close to you. She is either not to be seen or she is somewhere far away. Okay. Then, can you read this?
Vaidehi.
Vaidehi. Yes.
Vaidehi.
It's another name for Sita, but Vaidehi is a name in general.
Okay, ma'am. She is Vaidehi.
Yeah. Can you read that?
Naishadam.
Very good. Naishadham. The Dakara
Naishadham.
has, yes, the Dakara has a Mahaprak. Yes. Naishadham is
Okay,
just
ma'am.
it's a kavyam which is based on the story of Nala Maharaja. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then Toranaha. Toranaha, Toranam, both are correct. Sorry, you can continue. Saha
Torana. That is Torana or this is Torana.
Yes, Torana is a festoon, something which is decorative, which is used during festivals and functions. And Dhanyavadaha.
Okay, ma'am.
Sanjana PB, would you like to try the next few words? Sanjana, you're self-muted. You can unmute yourself. Okay, some problem. SG Sindhu Suvarna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Ram Ram. Can you read this? Can you try this? This Vetalaha is the word.
Yes,
So can
ma'am.
you form a simple sentence?
Saha Vetalaha.
Okay. What does that mean?
This is Vetalaha. Or that
Saha is that. Saha is that. And suppose you use Eshaha or I am, it means this is Vetalaha. Okay. What is Vetalaha?
Ma'am, Vetalaha is a vampire.
Yes. Next is?
Somavaraha.
Yeah. So what is the sentence going like?
Somavaraha.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you properly. Can you repeat?
Ma'am, Saha
Can you repeat?
Somavaraha.
Okay. Saha Somavaraha.
That
What
is
is
Monday.
it? Yes. That is Monday.
Saha Sevakaha.
Yes. Meaning?
Ma'am, that is servant.
Yes. Can you use the other pronouns as well with the same word? What are the other pronouns that you know?
Esha.
Sevakaha is pullingam. So you
Eshaha.
use Eshaha. Or if it is idam shabdaha, what will you use for masculine? Sorry?
Ma'am, it is been used iyam. Or
Iyam is
ayam.
again, iyam is strilinga, ayam is pullinga.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is Senapatihi.
Saha Senapati.
Okay. Saha Senapatihi, meaning?
Ma'am, meaning he is um, Ma'am, I don't know. It's a warrior.
Senapatihi is the army chief. Sena is the army. Patihi is the lord or swami or the chief, the head. So he is the army chief. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
So today, lesson 7, we have already seen how to form the conjunct consonants. We just have to see some words. Quickly, let us revise the rules for forming the conjunct consonants. For that, we divided consonants into different varieties. The ones which have a vertical line on the extreme right is the first variety, where if you have to combine it with the next consonant, you suppress the vertical line. Example, kh plus y is kh. Khakara, yakara together. The vertical line of the khakara, which is at the end, has been suppressed to combine it with the yakara. Next is when there are strokes on both sides of the vertical line. The examples of such consonants are kakara and phakara, the second pha of the pavarga. For that, you have a small extension on the right hand side and combine it with the next consonant. Here we have kakara with makara, khma. I'm using the akara as well in this, even though there is no, just for pronunciation. There is no akara in the written letter, but I've added it for pronunciation. Next is when there is no vertical line in the consonant, then sometimes they are written one above the other, like in nakara and gakara. Nakara is written on top and next the gakara below. Or the second consonant undergoes a change. Suppose there is a consonant which has no vertical line and it comes first in the set of consonants, then it appears as such. The next consonant undergoes a change in shape, like in takara with yakara, where the yakara, if you observe, there is a change in shape. For repha, there is a special treatment, because when it comes before as the first consonant, it becomes a curve above the next consonant, and when it comes as the second consonant, it becomes a slanting line below the previous consonant. So r plus ka is rka and k plus ra is kra. Arkaha will have rika and kramashaha, kramaha will have ik and ra. So other than that, there are some special forms, especially we have shakara and nyakara, like in jnanam and lakshanam. That ksha is a special form where you cannot recognize the consonants which have combined to form that consonant. I also told you about the rule where in Samyuktaksharas, if the final consonant is followed by ikara, hrasva ikara, the vertical line has to come first, then the set of combined consonants, and then this curve above will go right above all the letters which are combined. So if you see panditaha, the nakara which has a vertical line, the vertical line has gone, and dakara has a hrasva ikara which is added to it. So what happens is that the previous before the nakara you have the vertical line, and then the curve above the whole thing is drawn. So panditaha. Similarly, chandrika. Panditaha is a scholar, a pandit, and then chandrika is moonlight. Chandrika also, the nakara has lost its vertical line, and dakara with the repa below. So there are three consonants which have combined, and because it has a hrasva ikara, the vertical line comes right in front. Then rukmini. Here also the kakara, the small extension is seen, and then there is a hrasva ikara. Sandhi is are and asti is. So let us use these in some words. Pustakam, where we have sakara and takara. Now I think it will be better if some of you read this so that there is some practice. Sarita Singh Bhagini, do you want to read?
Okay. Sta equals sta, and sta as in pustakam, book.
Yes. Yes.
Plus sta equals ud, as in santosha, joy.
Yes.
The plus ya equals dhya, as in dhyanam, meditation. Asda equals ud, as in ananda, joy. G plus g equals g, as in Diggaj, cardinal elephants, or guardian points.
Sorry, this is actually Diggajaha. The jakara should be followed by visarga. So it should be Diggajaha. It's a pullinga pad.
Yeah. Okay. G plus g is g, as in Diggajaha, cardinal elephants, or guardian cardinal points.
Yes.
Plus here equals ch, as in achyut. Should it be achyutaha?
This should also be Achyutaha.
Achyutaha.
Jakara followed by
Achyuta.
the visarga.
Yeah. What does achyuta mean?
Achyuta is Krishna.
Krishna. Okay. Thank you.
Dhanyavada. Anusha 29. Would you like to try the next set?
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Ja plus va equal to jva, as in jvaraha, fever.
Yes.
Na plus cha, as in panchamritam, sweet preparation.
Yes.
Na plus d, as in panditaha, pandit.
Yes.
Na plus ta, ghanta, bell.
Very good.
Ta plus ya equal to thya, as in satyam, truth.
Yes.
Dha plus va equal to dhva, as in dhvanihi, sound.
Yes. Here again.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here again, there is ikara followed by a visarga. Yeah, Dhvanihi is a masculine gender word. Okay, you can continue.
Pa plus ta, as in saptami, seventh day after the new or full moon. Va plus ya equal to vya, as in vyadihi, illness.
Yes.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha. Bhargavi K. Next, we are going to see words with kakara and bhakara. Actually, there are no words with bhakara in the beginning, just the kakara words in Samyuktakshara.
Okay. Ka plus ya is equal to kya, as in vakyam, sentence. Ka
Very good.
plus va is equal to kwa, as in pankva, ripe cooked. Ka
Anu,
plus m,
this is ka and va, right? So it is kwa, kakara
okay,
and vakara, kwa. So it is pakvam.
okay, pakvam, ripe cooked.
Yes,
Ka
rice
plus
or
ma,
cooked. You can say the rice is cooked. We say annam pakvam. If we say
okay,
the fruit is ripe, we can say phalam pakvam. So it is used
okay,
for both cases. And actually, this is a napumsakalinga word here. And the makara should come after the kva. The dot above the anuswara here is not right. So when you practice, you have to practice it with the makara at the end. Oh, you can
okay,
continue.
yes. Ka plus ma is equal to kma, as in Rukmani. Rukmani.
It has a ikara. Rukmini.
Rukmini.
Yes, very good. Next
Rukmini.
is
Ka plus ta is equal to kta, as in Bhaktaha, devotee.
very good. Bhaktaha, devotee. Excellent. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we'll see some words with no vertical lines. So sometimes they are written one on top of the other. We also saw some similar looking forms where double dakara is one. Dakara, dakara, the, and tra, and this, and then the dear. These things you should be careful while identifying the letters. BK AT Gopal, can you read these?
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram, namaste. Yeah.
Ta
Can you try?
plus ta, tha, as in Pattanam.
Very good.
The
Because
plus the,
when you combine the two takaras, you will not get a mahaprana. You cannot say it as t plus ta, tha. That's not correct. There is no air or breath coming out of the mouth when you combine the two takaras. You just have to stress the takaras a little more in order to show that there are two. Ta, that's all. Pattanam, that's all. Do you get the difference?
yes
Can you?
ma'am.
Yeah. Can you read it one more time? Pattanam.
Pattanam,
Very
city.
good. Yes.
The plus the, as in Kuddalam.
Very good. Kuddalam means a spade.
Spade.
Yes. Next
The
is
plus madma, Padmam, lotus.
very good. It has to
As
be
in Padmam,
Padmam.
lotus.
Yes. There is no. They have not written the Anuswara here or the Makara. It has to be Padmam. Padmam is also a Napumsakalinga word. And so it has to end in a Makara. Okay. The next one is
La plus ya, lya, ba, as in Balyam, youth.
very good.
The plus ya, dia, as in odium,
Can you
why
Od? Odya.
odium,
It is
odium,
Odya. Odya. What is this letter? The last letter here.
Odyanam,
Very good.
Odyanam,
Odya. Yes, Odyanam. Odyanam. You have
Odyanam,
Dakara, Yakara. Yes. It means a waist belt or a jewel which
waist
is
belt,
worn in the waist. Okay. Next.
The plus va, dva, as in dwaram, door.
Okay, good.
Nya plus ka, nyaka, as in pakyajam, lotus.
Okay, this is ngakara. Nga. It is like ka, but it has a nasal sound. So nga. Can you pronounce that? Nga. It's not nya, because nya is the chavarga anunasika varna. The cha, cha, ja, ja, nya only has nyakara. This is ngakara. It has no nya sound, and when it combines with kakara, it becomes nka.
Nka.
Yes, very good. So it is pankajam.
Pankajam.
See,
Lotus.
you have padmam, you have pankajam. All these things mean lotus. We already saw kamalam, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is
Nga plus ga, nga, as in Gangadhara.
very good.
Gangadhara.
Very good. Gangadhara. So unga plus gakara. Ngakara plus gakara. Gangadhara. Very good. Dhanyavadaha. Next, we have some words where repha is the first consonant. Chitra KV, do you want to read?
Ram Ram Bhagini.
Ram Ram. Namaste.
Namaste.
Please.
R plus ya, Rya, as in Surya, sun.
Surya. Yes.
Surya, sun. R plus va, Rva, as in Garvaha, vanity.
Yes.
Plus ga, as in Rga, Marga, path.
Marga.
R plus tha, as in is Rtha,
Very good.
as in Arthaha,
Yes.
meaning.
Yes.
R plus ma, Rma,
Yes.
Dharmaha, duty.
Yes. Very good. We can
It also
translate
be
it
as our, apart from duty, dharma could also be just dharma or religion also.
It can be, it has a very wide meaning, so it's better not to translate it as duty. We can just keep it as dharma itself.
Dharma, okay. Ra plus pa, arpa, as in sarpaha, snake.
Excellent. Dhanyavadaha.
I have a quick question, ma'am. It's
Please.
when we put the makara with the small line below, when before a consonant, following is a consonant or no word, then we put ma with that tiny little line below.
Line. Yes.
If after the ma sound, if there is a vowel beginning word, then we put the anuswara, which is the dot on top, right?
No, it's the other way around. If there is a vowel, or if you're using just the word, or if that word ending in makara happens to be the last word in the sentence, in these three cases, it will have only a makara. Only when it is followed by a consonant will it have a anuswara.
Oh, okay. Followed by consonant. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Dhanyavad. Next is we have some words with repha as the second consonant, where it becomes this slanting line below the next consonant, previous consonant. So Chitra, Venkat, would you want to read these?
Ram Ram Bagni.
Ram Ram. Namaste.
Namaste. Ik plus ra, kra as in vakram, crooked. It plus ra, tra as in yatra, journey. Id plus ra, dra as in nidra, sleep.
Yes, Yatra and Nidra are Strilinga words, and Vakram is, here it is Napumsakalinga.
Napumsakalinga.
Yes, crooked can be an adjective to anything. So if it happens to be an adjective to a Napumsakalinga word, we use Vakram, which is also then Napumsakalinga. Dhanyavada.
Thank you. Dhanyavada.
Hema Mohan, do you want to read?
Sh plus va, shwa, as in ashwaha, horse.
Yes.
The plus ya, tya, as in vidya, learning.
Yes.
Sh plus ya, shya, as in vaishyaha, trader.
Yes.
K plus sha, ksha,
Yes.
as in pakshi, bird.
Yes.
P plus ra, shra, as
Yes.
in ashramaha, hermitage.
Very good. Yes. I just want to say one thing here. Pakshi is actually, even though it ends in a dirgha ikara, it is a pullinga word. It is not a
Pullinga.
strilinga word. It is a pullinga word because the shabda is pakshin shabda, and pakshi is for a single bird. It is called pakshi. Okay. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Dhanyavada, Mahoday.
Then we have some words where more than two consonants are combined. Janvi Satish.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram. Namaste. Yeah.
Plus the equals.
No, actually that is a plus sign only. The and r. This is also a plus sign. Yes.
Plus the plus r equals Indra, as in
Yes.
Indraha.
Very good.
Then plus the plus ri equals Indri, as in Chandrika.
Yes.
And s plus t plus ri equals Stri, as in Stri, woman.
Yes.
And
This is re. Yeah.
what, ma'am?
This is re. Dirgha ikara. Re. So stri. Okay.
T plus ma plus ya equal to thmya, as in mahatmyam, which is importance.
It is importance, not important. Important is mahat or pramukha or something, pramukham, but mahatmyam is the quality of being important, so it is importance. Okay. Dhanyavada.
Thank you.
Dhanyavada. So again, we'll see some special forms. But before that, let me see if there are any questions. Why is Jagat written as Jagat? Those words we have not come to yet. we will deal with them a little later. The takara ending words we won't be seeing right now. But if it has a double jakara, it could be because of a sandhi depending on the word which is preceding it. So we cannot say in isolation why it has a double jakara. The next one is Odyanam. Okay. For Pakvam, you had mentioned that the Anuswara is incorrect. Is it the same with all neuter gender words? Because in most words, you are showing there is Anuswara. Yes, the textbook has the Anuswara at the end of the word. But generally, it is not correct to use Anuswara at the end of the word when the word is used separately, just as a in isolation. When it is used, you have to use only the makara at the end. Only when you write it in a sentence, and in that sentence that word ending in a makara is followed by a consonant, you replace that makara with a anuswara. That's the only place where it is replaced with, only place where the anuswara comes at the end. And the anuswara and makara have a slight difference in pronunciation as well. You cannot pronounce the full with the closed lips for the anuswara because it is a purely nasal sound. You don't use the lips for pronouncing the anuswara. So pakvam, you have to stop with pakvam without closing your lips. Whereas for pakvam, you close your lips for a makara. Makara is a oshtya varna. If you remember, pa, ha, ba, bha, and ma are oshtya. They are pronounced with the lips. So you have to close the mouth for pronouncing makara. Yes, Vyadhihi is masculine. Achyuta is Krishna. Diggajaha is singular. That's why Diggaja is singular. It cannot be elephants. Correct. Diggajaha it should have been. That's why I think Mahodaya has stopped with saying Diggaja without giving an ending. Diggajaha is one of the 8 elephants which guard the 8 cardinal points. Can you show the first screen conjunct consonant rules? It will be available in the presentation which will be uploaded. So you can download it and print it out if you want. Yes, Shantihi is against Strilingam. Asti is a verb. So verbs don't have gender. Asti is. The verb is called Asti. So it does not have a gender. Oh, okay. So when how to differentiate between the khakara and the ra and va written together? The distance is one factor, and sometimes you can make a distinction like this: the khakara and this portion, this line extends up to the bottom of this vakara. So based on that also you can sometimes find out that it is not a ra and va, but it is kha. Toranam is napumsakalingam. There is a pullinga word also, toranaha. Both are there. The more common one is toranam. Sevakaha is not a soldier. Sevakaha is a servant or somebody who is a helper. Toranam, many people have used. Toranaha, toranam. Toranaha is less frequently used. Those were the questions. Again, we will see the words, the Samyuktaksharas with the special forms. Jnanam, Jakara, Nyakara. This is a special shape. Then K and Sh is this Murdhanya Shakara and Ka. If you get the Talavya Shakara, it will not become Ksha. This is purely Kakara and Shakara together. Bhakshanam. Bhakshanam is the act of eating. Shva. Shvaha means tomorrow. Sh plus R is Shra, as in Shrihi, wealth. We also saw the word Ashramaha or hermitage for this combination. Then Hakara and Nakara. Now, here the pronunciation will be Vannihi. You will not say Vahnihi. You will not pronounce the Hakara first. You will pronounce it as Vannihi. This means fire. The plus the bhaktaha. We already saw this word. Then shri, where shakara is added with a r, which is a vowel, like Shrungagirihi, Sringeri, which is a place. The plus ra, tra, as in netram, the eye. Sh plus la, shla. This is the talavya shakara. And this, the word is shlokaha. Shlokaha is shloka. Dakara and bhakara, fourth bha of the pavarga. Adbhutam means wonderful. Kla is in kleshaha, pain or distress. These are some additional words that I have given you. Hyaha, hakara, yakara. See the change of the yakara here. So hyaha means yesterday. Yaha and ma, Brahman. Hakara with makara. Brahma means Brahman or the supreme being, Brahman. Then we also have the special forms with dakara and nakara. We see that the nakara becomes, it's added below this letter. And here also it is a slanting nakara is added below the dhakara. So these are the changes in Samyuktaksharas that we need to observe. Now, in the words that we just saw, would you like to take up an exercise? If you want to try the words, you can raise your hands. Jayam Iyer, Mahodaya.
Namaskaraha. Ram Ram.
Ram Ram. Namaskar.
Bell.
You remember?
Vrishabha. Bell. Vrishabha.
No, that is bull. This is
bull. Bell. Gandaha. Gandaha.
Ghanta. Ghanta is a Strilinga word. Ghanta.
Ganda.
Yes.
Sound. Shabdaha.
Shabdaha or Dhvanihi. The word that we saw here is Dhvanihi because Dhakara and Vakara are in a Sanyoga, which means there is a Samyuktakshara between Dha and Va. Dhva. Okay. Dhvanihi.
Dhvanihi. Spade. Spade. Betalaha. No, Kudalaha. Kudalam.
Kuddalam. Kuddalam.
Kuchalam. Yeah.
No,
Kuddalam.
This is a double dakara. Kuddalam.
Kuddalam.
Yes.
Devotee. Bhaktaha.
Yes, it's a bhaktaha, where you have this special form of k and the. This is the Samyuktakshara. It is a special form. Bhaktaha. Dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavadah, Ramaram.
Ram. Jayanti Prabhakar, do you want to try the next?
Yes, ma'am.
Ram.
Ramaram.
Yeah. City.
Pattanam.
Very good. Pattanam, there is a double.
Double takara.
Yeah.
Pakvam.
Very good. Pakvam is ripe.
Ripe or cooked.
Yes.
Vidya.
Yes. Vidya, Strilinga word, it means learning.
The plus here.
Yeah. Dakara.
Vanity. Not sure, ma'am.
It is Garvaha.
Yeah, Garvaha.
Garvaha, Rekha and Bakara.
And Bakara.
Yes, Garva. Dhanyavadah.
Ram. Thank you, ma'am.
Kannan K. Kannan K, do you want to try?
Yes, sir. Ram.
Namaste.
Sleep.
Yes.
Nidra.
Very good. Nidra. It's a Strilinga word. Nidra. Yes.
Pakshi.
Bird is Pakshi. Very good.
Childhood too. Yuvakah.
Here, the young boy or the girl is not what is meant by this. This is childhood or the youth.
Balyah. Sorry.
This is Balyam.
Balyam.
Okay. Next is
Scholar Pandit. Panditah.
Panditah. Very good. Dhanyavadah.
Thank you. Ram.
Ram. Lalita 2610. A woman. Lalita. Yourself, Newton.
Ram, madam, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Ram. Namaste. Please read.
Namaste. Strihi.
Is, there is no visarga. It is just Stri Dirgha Ikara. Yes.
That is Stri.
Next is greatness or importance is
Mahatmyam.
very good. Mahatmyam is importance.
Dharmaha.
Very good. Dharmaha, it's a pullinga word.
Ashramaha.
Very good. Ashramaha is a
Dhanyavadah.
Ram. So I'm not giving you any homework. You just can revise all the words that we have seen so far. So that will be a preparation for the test on next Tuesday. So again, let me remind you, I hope you have all received the email regarding the test. It will be on 25th, next Tuesday at 8 p.m. IST, which is the same as class time. It will be for a duration of 1 hour. I had initially mentioned that it will be for half an hour, but I'm keeping the marks to 25 and there are only around 30 questions. but I'm giving you 1 hour time so that in case there is any technical problem, you will have time to rectify it without any panic. So you don't have to rush with it. You can take 1 hour to complete the test. So marks 25, multiple choice questions. There will be no descriptive answers that will be needed. You just have to select the correct answer or answers. You may have to choose many correct answers for the same questions as well. In some questions, it will be like that. Next, the portions which are 1 to 7 lessons in the textbook, or the portions covered till today. That is the words which have Samyuktakshara, starting from the Devanagari script till the words that we saw today. This will be covered in the test. So I wish you all the best. I'll see if there are any more questions. Otherwise, we can close a little early today. Oh, I think the Santi was about the verb Santi. Santi is the plural of Asti. Asti is, Santi is are. Like they are boys. The are is a verb, so that has no gender. Then Mahatmyam or Mahatmyam. It is Mahatmyam. The formation of the words three. It is Sakara, Takara, Repha, and then the Dirgha Ikara. Stri. The female word will be different for Panditaha. Panditaha is a male Pandit. So for now, we will only focus on the words that are given here. The female form of many nouns we are not going to be seeing now. So we'll learn them in due course. Do we have class on Thursday? Yes. Somebody wanted a revision class on Thursday. So let us do that. Let us revise what we have learned so far on Thursday, because you still have another few days before the test. The link for the exam will be sent by email just before 8 o'clock. And it will also be posted on the course page at around the same time. So if you don't get the email, immediately go to the course page. Anyway, you have 1 hour's time and it's not a very long test. It's multiple choice of just 30 questions. And you will still have plenty of time. You can go to the course page, access the link, and then take the test. Automatically, the Google Forms page will open. Yes, we are going to be revising on Thursday. Yes, today's class will also be uploaded in as a video. Naishadham. Naishadham is the story of the Nishadha is the kingdom. Naishadha is Nala, and the story about him is Naishadham. You can write your test through the mobile as well, either the mobile or the computer. You can access it by any mode. There may be questions where you have to choose all the correct answers, in which case you will have an option to tick more than one check boxes. Otherwise, if there is just one right answer, you'll just be given, it'll be like a normal multiple choice question. Yes, if you If there are more than one correct answer, and if you don't choose all the correct answers, you will not get the marks for that question. Please explain Anuswara usage. So if there is a makara at the end of a word and it is followed by a consonant, only then you use Anuswara. And Anuswara is pronounced not by fully closing the mouth. It is just the nasal sound you have to produce. It is not produced with the lips. Yes, the video will be uploaded, so you can, S. Chandra, you had a problem in getting the audio for some time, so that shouldn't be an issue. You can watch the video, which will be uploaded by tomorrow mostly. Female of Pakshi, that's what I said. So now we will not get confused with the female of every word that we saw might have a female word as well. So if we start looking at them, it will become too unwieldy. Let us stick to the words that we have learned so far and let us try to find out, remember the correct gender of the word. That should do for now. The name of the textbook is the Pathamala 1 textbook. The details are all given in the course page. Hakara, Makara and Hakara and Nakara look the same. No, they don't look alike. Hakara and Makara, the Makara is written separately outside. If you just go to that slide. You see the Hakara and Makara. The Makara does not start with this horizontal line. There is it is extended from the Hakara itself. Whereas Hakara with Nakara, the Nakara is written within that Hakara itself. So you can very clearly make out the difference between the two. They are not similar. The and na, I didn't find words which are simple, so I just didn't use them. When we come to such words, we will see. All you need to know is to be able to recognize the combination. It is Naishadham, not Naishadam. It's not a combination of Dakara and Makara there. It is Naishadham. Somebody wants me to explain about Jihva Muliyaha. Jihva Muliyaha is the Visarga which comes before the Kakara, the first Ka, and the Kha, second Kha. So when we say Ramaha Khadati, there is a Visarga at the end of Rama, and then there is Kha. So Rama Khadati. So it is just a small, you breathe out briefly and then you pronounce the Khakara. That's all. So it has a special name because usually Visarga in front of several consonants undergoes a change into either Sakara or Repha, or it undergoes several changes. But in before a Kakara and Khakara alone, it is not changed. It remains as a Visarga, only the pronunciation is a little more, it is cut short. And you hear a very brief ha sound, that's all. Ghanta, Ghanta, it is, somebody has tried to write the Ghanta with an Anuswara. That is not correct. Actually, the correct way of writing is only with the Ghakara, the Nakara, Takara, and then the Akara, Ghanta. Somebody wants to know if in the test there will be words other than those given in the textbook. No, just the words given in the textbook. I also wanted to mention that somebody has been very thoughtful to make a sample Google form and post it in the Telegram group. So if possible, you can join the group and you can access it and try to just to know how the Google form is used. So it is a very useful thing. The questions may not be like that. It may be different, but then it is just to give you an idea of how to use Google Forms. So the Sanskrit word for fire, vannihi, that we saw, we should not say vahnihi. We should not pronounce the hakara first. In fact, that is the only exception to the fact that in Sanskritam we pronounce the words exactly as it is written. That is what I had told you. The only exception being the words where hakara comes first, and then there is a makara, nakara, or nakara. In these three cases alone, the hakara is not pronounced first. The other letter, namely the nakara, makara, or nakara, they are the ones that are pronounced first. So vannihi is how you pronounce it, not vahnihi. Brahman, the letter is not added. Nakara is not added in. Brahman is the meaning. Brahma is the correct pada for Brahman. In English, we say Brahman. It's vannihi again. I think somebody else also has the same doubt. Does dukkham? Yes, dukkham has the jikvamuliya. Very good. It is Brahman. The spelling is bakara, repa, hakara, makara, but the pronunciation is makara first, Brahma. So makara first, then the hakara. The spelling has not changed. So that's the only place where we the pronunciation is different from the spelling. The Telegram link was sent by email a few days ago. If you write to me, I can send you the link separately also. So my email ID is rangarajanddeepa.vyoma@gmail.com. So you can write to me. If you don't have that email, you can write to me and I will send you the link. The group name is Samskritasri Pathamala 1. For all combinations of hakara and makara, or hakara and nakara, or hakara and the murdhanya nakara, it will be the other letter which is pronounced first and not the hakara. It's a rule of pronunciation. There is no Paninian rule or anything which is strict about it, but it is a convention that has been followed for ages now. So we respect that and we do not change it. The hakara and makara, hakara nakara, and the hakara murdhanya nakara. Okay, I think the questions have all been answered. We will stop here. One person had a question. Annapurna Ayalis Somayajula, do you have a question?
Yes, madam. Ram Ram, Namaste Bhagini.
Namaste. Ram
That,
Ram.
that day I have another exam from 6 to 9.
Oh,
If I complete, I will come and I will write the exam. Otherwise, kindly excuse me.
not a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. Ram.
If I completed that exam, I will write this exam.
Sure. Ram. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Say,
Okay. Let's stop here. We'll do the Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. धन्यवादः. पुनर्मिलामः. शुभरात्रिः.